Down here with Blackhawks coach Mick Singlin. Coach, last game of the year, and it's a battle for the division. If you guys win it, you're division champs. What's the message to the team before tonight's game?
Well, the message today is go for it. Leave it all out there. You got 45 minutes of hockey. Every shift, give me 100%, and you'll come on top.
That's right. You guys played them yesterday, came up just a bit short. What are the adjustments that you're going to make going into today?
Well, we're kind of short right now with Birmingham being on break. We're missing a couple key players, as yesterday we were. Just to keep the puck in their zone, crash their net, clear the front of our net. They set up a triangle in their offensive zone. We got to watch the front of our net and keep it out.
Your team is averaging just under 6 goals a game this year. What have you noticed this year that's really been different and putting up huge numbers?
Well, we've lost some real quality players the last couple of years, and we added a couple of real nice complementary players, and along with Aaliyah Samaro, she's just crushing it this year for us. Our team is just passing. We're breaking out of the zone real nice, and puck control in their zone, owning the puck, getting shots on net seems to be working.
Coach, best of luck today and next week in the playoffs as well.
All right, thank you very much.
Puck Drop is next on BACB Sports.
Welcome inside the Detroit Skating Club. I'm Brad Fetters for BACB Sports, joined by my broadcast partner, Nick Buckler, nearly set to go. A matchup today in girls varsity hockey between the Bloomfield Birmingham Blackhawks and the Mid-Michigan Alliance Valkyrie. Nick, an interesting matchup here tonight, the last game of the regular season. Let's meet tonight's goaltenders. First, for Mid-Michigan, it'll be Hannah Weirn.
Yeah, Hannah Weirn comes in. She's 13-7 on the year, 6 shutouts. That number really sticks out. 226 goals against average, 884 save percentage. So she's definitely carrying the workload for them all season long.
And in net for the Blackhawks, it'll be number 15, Elizabeth Culbertson.
Yeah, she's played in every single game this year. It brings in a 15-5-1 record. And really just solid numbers across the board. And a good backstop to have in there.
This is the second of back-to-backs. It's a home-and-home series between these two teams. Yesterday, Mid-Michigan took the game 2-1, and head coach Mick Singlin essentially said both of their goals came via deflections, and he was kind of proud of how they played yesterday, even though they came just a goal short.
Yeah, he said it was a really tough game. Both teams obviously fighting tooth and nail here with the playoffs beginning next week. This one here, though, for the Blackhawks would clinch the division if they pick up the W tonight.
Bloomfield Birmingham in their home white jersey with hills across the sweater. The Valkyrie in those very unique lime green and black jerseys.
Yeah, they remind me of the Dallas Stars' newer jerseys. I like them.
Terrific nickname as well, the Valkyrie. You don't hear that too often.
It's like a European mafia style.
Overskating the puck. Big collision there between teammates Reebok and Samaro, the top 2 scorers for the Blackhawks this season. Samaro wearing 25 in white. Really a player to pay attention to here tonight, Nick.
Yeah, 4th in the state in scoring. It's just a ridiculous amount of goals. The numbers speak themselves. 47 goals. And did we mention the season's not over yet?
Took the feed in the slot, couldn't pull the trigger. The Blackhawks cycle it back in deep. They're looking to change, going in after it. Reitmeyer comes up empty, trapped along those far side boards, nudged ahead and finally out to center ice. Picked up by Sturrett, loses track of the puck momentarily. It's thrown in deep there by the Valkyrie. Going in after it, the Blackhawks. They fling it around the near side, comes all the way out to Fulton on the right wing side. Squirts through center ice and deep into the Valkyrie end. Icing the call, so the puck will come deep into the Bloomfield Birmingham zone.
A little tidbit here to think about during this broadcast is Bloomfield playing with 2 defensemen today. So they have a lot of forwards dropping back to play the position. So it'll be interesting to see if they can play a stay-at-home style or if they're still going to be offensive-minded when they're drop back lining up.
Yeah, head coach Mick
Indeed.
Singlen mentioned playing a little short-handed today.
Yeah, it is winter break, so some people still on vacation.
They'll wave off the icing. Hard check right there in front of the Bloomfield Birmingham bench. Wrister thrown in on net, sticked aside by Culbertson into the far corner. Backhanded to the blue line and out. Picked up by Bukalski, one of the captains for the Mid-Michigan team. I'm told they also go by MMA.
Oh, like the mixed martial arts. Maybe we'll see a little bit of that here today.
Well, hopefully not. Girls varsity hockey doesn't involve
No contact.
checking.
Yep.
Kicked forward by Reebok. Dangerous scorer in her own right. Goes behind the cage. Throws it out in front of the net. Onto the stick and through! And in via the deflection.
Wow.
Emmon threw it on net. It got deflected up. We'll wait for the official score.
I think she got that. I think that hit the goalie, Hannah Wern, stick and deflected over, but we'll see. There was a lot of traffic in front. We'll see who that hit. I think it was a straight shot off the stick of Hannah Wern.
So if that's the case, Lily Emmon would get credit for the goal.
Yeah, nonetheless, it's 1-0.
We'll wait for the official announcement. Good battle along the near side boards. And they're going to go Jesse Reebok instead. So Reebok, the first goal of the game. Gives Bloomfield Birmingham the early 1-0 lead. Skating around a defenseman. Samaro cuts in and covered there by Wern.
A little extracurricular activity as well. They're both going. I think we got 2 penalties coming up here.
We get another look here at this goal. They're going to give it to number 8, Jesse Reebok. See if we can perhaps see where the deflection came. Well, Reebok. I don't know. I didn't
think
see
so.
Reebok.
No, me either.
But
But
it looked like Samaro was the player that was in front of the net providing the screen.
we just picked up a pair of roughing minors here after the whistle. Referee is really cracking down on any type of extracurricular activity. Each team with a little shove going the other way, and still going to play 5-on-5.
Bloomfield comes in with a record of 15-5-1. Mid-Michigan 19-8. And when you take a look at both of these teams on paper, they're so evenly matched. Bloomfield comes in averaging 5.75 goals per game. Mid-Michigan at 5.5. So fractionally pretty much the equivalent. Goals against, Bloomfield gives up just over 3. Mid-Michigan giving up just 2.23. You mentioned all those shutouts this season for Mid-Michigan. 8, in fact, on the season.
Yeah,
27 games, so
6 of them by Hannah Wern in net tonight, but no chance at that after down 1-0 early.
banked off the end boards, comes all the way out to the right wing side. Bloomfield lifts it out to center. And an icing call against the Blackhawks. 10:32 left to go, first period of play. So glad you decided to tune us in today here on BACB Sports. Continuing coverage in this Michigan High School Hockey League game between our Bloomfield Birmingham Blackhawks and the Mid-Michigan Alliance. As I mentioned, 14 different high schools make up this Mid-Michigan Alliance team, basically from the Bay City, Midland area. They make the trek down. The two teams played up in the Midland area yesterday. As I mentioned, a 2-1 final. Mid-Michigan, the victors in that one.
Yeah, 14's a lot of schools. Normally you see unified or united teams with 2 to 4. 14, no wonder why they're having a good season.
Reebok maintains possession of the puck. Finally edged off of it there by Waskovich. Far side boards. Fulton tried to play it. Look out.
2-on-1.
Odd man rush coming the other way now for Mid-Michigan. They fire a wrister into the midsection of Culbertson, who makes the save and protects that 1-0 lead.
Really, for a breakaway, not a high percentage scoring chance there. Taking a wrist shot from the top of the circle. You might want to see her get a little closer, put a move on, or at least a shot. Look how far out she was. I think she thought maybe the defender was a little closer than she actually was. Heard the footsteps, so to speak.
So obviously, this Bloomfield-Birmingham team is a unified team. Bloomfield Hills High School, along with some participants from the Birmingham schools, Groves and Seaholm. Coach Singlin mentioning to us that it's just 4 skaters from Birmingham. Kind of the hopes when this was all started was Birmingham at one point would have their own team, and hasn't quite come to pass, but you never know. Face-off won by Mid-Michigan. They fire a shot that misses its mark. Comes all the way out to the near side boards, kept in by Bakalski. She threw a backhand, and now it squirts all the way over in front of the home bench. Picked up there by Schneiders. Had her pocket picked, thrown in deep. And whistle blows. We'll have another stoppage in play with 9:22 left to go in the first.
Pretty choppy game as far as whistles. No team's able to kind of get into a rhythm with all these stoppages. They're icing the puck an awful lot so far through 5.5 minutes of play.
Samaro wins the face-off, comes all the way out to the blue line. Clara Tabin, one of those defensemen, stay-at-home defensemen with the shot. Molly Levin goes after it. Tape-to-tape pass under the stick of Samaro. Thrown over to the left wing side there for Reebok. She was given credit for the goal. We didn't quite agree, but we'll go with the official scoring. Flipped up ahead there by Reebok. She keeps it along the left wing side, fires an odd angle shot. The puck's loose, and it's in. Oh, boy. That's one that Weirin's going to want back. Kind of looked like a harmless play there by Jessie Reebok. But it's her second goal of the game.
Yeah, I think so. I think that was whoever shot that puck from the corner. They got the Chicago Blackhawks goal song playing. Let's take a look. Oh, no, I think it's number 10 there. Let's see. Yeah, Catherine Reitmeyer, I think, who was the beneficiary of that one. Pounded that puck right through the wickets.
And the initial shot came from Reebok. And the loose puck gathered and shoved into the back of the net. That's going to be who it is, Catherine Reitmeyer.
Yep, Reitmeyer from Reebok was the official scoring line on the second goal of the game. 2-0 lead for the Blackhawks.
That's why they tell you to go to the front of the net, right?
Yep.
Big, juicy rebound there for Reitmeyer, and able to cash it in and gives the Blackhawks this 2-0 lead. A much better start to this hockey game. Hard wrister. Ooh, boy.
Get pucks on net, apparently.
Having a hard time with that save. Bloomfield Birmingham is really dictating play here through the early parts of this first period. Tabin collects it in her own zone, looks up ice, tries to pull the trigger on a pass. Instead will skate through the neutral zone, finally met there by Bakalski, who stood her up at the blue line. Players come together in front of the visitors' bench. Another odd man rush. Oh, boy, whistle blows.
Oh, they called a penalty.
Another roughing call.
Yeah, these guys are they're cracking down on the contact, and I thought there was some contact, but that was a very delayed call because the Valkyrie had the puck for quite a bit before that whistle came in. I mean, I definitely agree it was a roughing penalty, but I didn't think it was getting called because of how long it took.
Kennedy Christensen with the minor penalty. It'll put the Blackhawks on the power play. And they've been able to cash in this season on 23% of their opportunities. As for Mid-Michigan, they're killing off 93% of their penalty kills this season, so a terrific special teams for the Valkyrie.
Yeah, this is great power play, great penalty kill going at it. Fun fact about Kennedy Christensen, she has a game where she played goal this year and got a shutout. And now she's in the box for roughing for the Mid-Michigan Alliance. So she only made 4 saves in that, so curious to see who they played. But a shutout's a shutout nonetheless. So she's 1-0. The 1,000 save percentage and the shutout to go with it.
They don't ask you how.
Just ask how many.
That's right. A shutout's a shutout.
That's right.
Overskating it, regathering now, Reebok.
2-on-1.
Look out, Reebok. Left wing side, slams on the brakes, centering pass. Opportunity on the doorstep, turned aside. Samaro again. Boy, oh boy, you can see just how good of a forward line that top line is for the Blackhawks with Samaro and Reebok.
Yeah, you can tell they have a different gear that they can put it in and just kind of fly around team's defense and really get pucks on net. And definitely been some rebound control issues so far. So the Blackhawks definitely know, go to the net. Nice play there.
Reebok has it, left wing circle. Fanning on the shot. Emmon goes after it, and it's sent down the length of the ice by Mid-Michigan. It's a foot race for that loose puck, as Naomi Allen came in support for MMA. Tape-to-tape pass onto the stick of Samaro, the center. Over to Reebok on the left-hand side, was looking for Samaro. Nice job getting back defensively for MMA. That shot sails wide. Battle for it now along the end boards, fired out in front, and they will say a clean save as Reitmeyer was looking for her second goal of the game.
Yeah, a lot of action down there. Bodies flying, a couple lost edges, but nonetheless, puck frozen by Wern. She's checking her equipment. Things appear to be okay, and we'll get an offensive zone faceoff for the Blackhawks.
There's the initial try, and then this puck comes all the way out. And Wern goes down to that butterfly to cover. Kicked at soccer style by Molly Levin. Goes over to the half boards, fired around the end boards, and out by the Valkyrie. 8 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Blackhawks. Now 11 looks up ice, able to find Reitmeyer. Back now to Emmon. Emmon glides through center ice, looks back at her trailing teammate. El Gross overskates it. Nice job getting back defensively. Valkyrie limited at what they can do in their offensive zone.
Yeah, they haven't had really many chances to get set up in the offensive zone. That looked like a trip. It's coming. Penalty coming up here to the Blackhawks once they touch. Going to be a tripping call in front of the net.
Steer went down.
Yeah, she yard sailed her equipment too. Glove went flying. And
Look at El Gross for the penalty.
yeah, we'll take a gander here, see what this one. Watch 11 right there. Oh yeah, maybe a little slew foot style. It looked like came in leg to leg from behind. Glove went flying. It's pretty helpless feeling when you don't see it coming. Next thing you know, you're just got to hope your head doesn't crack against the ice. But nonetheless, it'll be a power play opportunity for MMA.
Mid-Michigan 16% on the power play. Bloomfield at times has struggled this year on the penalty kill. Just a 72% clip. Glides all the way out to center ice. Unable to stop it there, Lenahan. Tabin. Olembeski up ahead to center. Tapped away once again. Reebok logging a lot of ice time here in this first period. Thrown out, comes all the way out to the blue line.
Oh, I thought that puck might have got out of the zone there, but nonetheless, wasn't detected. Another keep in here by Bukalski.
Through traffic, knocked down in front there by Tabin. Battle for it in the far side corner. Puck Rattles around those side boards. Finally flutters out, but kept in at the blue line. This is Golembeski that pinched in. Two Blackhawk players come together. Now Reebok will fire it down right onto the pad of Weirn, who angles it over to the side boards. MMA looking for a change. Trying to connect there. Schlegel. Schlegel, the captain. Kept in at the blue line. Bouncing puck. There's 5 seconds remaining on this MMA man advantage. That one's angled in on net. Allen picks up the loose puck behind the net. No wraparound shot. As the penalty is over, the teams now skate 5 skaters aside. Rung around the end boards and collected by the Blackhawks. Look out, 2-on-1 opportunity here for Bloomfield. Reitmeyer skates in into the slot and getting back defensively and throwing it through. Waskevich. Side to side, skating with the puck on one hand. Mikulski tripped up, no call. Blocked down once again. Catherine Reitmeyer, right wing side. Looking up, Molly Levin threw it through. As the Blackhawks will look to dump and chase. Catherine Reitmeyer comes off, replaced on the ice once again by Jesse Reebok. Levin comes in, applies a little bit of pressure there and creates a turnover. Back checking MMA, able to get back in plenty of time. Avery Lawton paid the price along those end boards, turns it over. Blackhawks sustaining pressure here. Puck still loose, covered up there by one of the defensemen.
Yeah, I don't know if that was in the crease. That's a penalty shot. If you cover the puck, a non-player that's not the goalie, close their hand on the puck, got a penalty here. Interference.
50 seconds remaining here in the first. So back on the power play. The Blackhawks go. Madison Kaiser will sit for 2. Minor penalty for interference. Had a lot of fun talking to Coach Singleton before the start of tonight's contest.
Always is. He's always got a lot of good insight. Knows the game well. Big Montreal Canadiens fan as well.
Apparently.
Yeah, he's rocking their hat behind the bench right now while he's coaching this one.
It'll be the Blackhawks. They'll have to regroup in their own defensive zone. Jesse Reebok behind her own cage. Looks up ice. Now swung back in by Mikulski. 2-0 lead for Bloomfield Birmingham. Short-handed chance.
Might be the first shot on net, honestly, if you're thinking about it right now. Oh, other than that breakaway. Yeah, second shot on goal for MMA. They definitely at the intermission can talk about how they can generate a little bit more offense to get back in this game.
Big face-off coming up here. Schlegel to take it for MMA. It's won, however, by Bloomfield Birmingham. Reebok right in front of us here on this near side. Goes in with it. And it's Mikulski who comes away with it. Buzzer sounds. First period in the books with the Blackhawks in front of the Valkyrie. 2-0. Take a look back at some of the first period highlights and then a quick break here on BACB Sports when we come back, the start of the second period.
contest? You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back inside the Detroit Skate Club. Brad Fetters with Nick Buckler. Teams have hit the ice, set to go. Blackhawks with the 2-0 lead will operate right to left.
Still on the power play as well for another minute 10 to start this period. See if they can add to their lead.
They do not have a fresh, clean sheet of ice. It was just a brief break between periods. The Zamboni, however, will hit the ice between the second and third period. So the next intermission will have the Zamboni. Oh, what a move there, skating in, and an even bigger save by Culbertson.
Big glove save there, point blank chance.
Naomi Allen.
She just cut right to the center, and the D parted like the Red Sea, and she had a really good chance right there. Boom, nice move. Didn't get all she wanted on the shot, kind of flubbed off her stick right into the glove of Culbertson. Nonetheless, she made a big save.
Well, not quite sure.
Yeah, what's going on here? Something with the head coach of MMA talking with the officials. They were checking something, but everything appears to be A-okay.
Big short-handed opportunity there for the Valkyrie. Turned aside. Now a little 3-on-2. Reebok threw it at the net. Samaro that was going hard in front. Reebok has it behind the net. Centering pass for Samaro out of her reach. Here comes MMA now. Naomi Allen. Nice job getting back. The Blackhawks. Poke checked away there by Tabin, one of those 4 defensemen that are dressed here this afternoon.
Normally plays forward, so she's kind of on the fly figuring it out how to play defense.
Now let me ask you, is that an easier change to go from forward to defense or vice versa?
I would say the easier change would be vice versa. Going D to forward, you can kind of, I don't want to say you can hide on the wing, but you can kind of hide on the wing at forward. You know, like if you think about the NHL, they put Dustin Byfuglien sometimes on the wing back when he was with Chicago. You get some guys now, Red Wings from a few years ago had Luke Witkowski, who did both. Kind of hit him on the wing, you just go hit people. There's you got to be more strategic on defense, got to know where everyone's going to be. And, essentially defense to me a little bit harder to play. Whole different technique.
Bukalski didn't get a lot on that shot as it sailed wide. Battle for it along the near side. Boards chipped that. Unable to play it. Officials urge them to play on, and they will do just that. Kept in at the blue line by Lawton. Sprawling save by Culbertson.
Good use of the skate there by Bukalski to keep that one in.
Bukalski once again shot blocked out in front. MMA putting up a little bit more of a fight here at the start of the second period. Reebok coming out of her own zone, looks up ice. Comes in with lots of speed, tried to work her way around the defenseman. Delayed penalty call coming up.
It's really the one official is calling all these penalties from the back position. I thought that was a good defensive play. It wasn't really a high hit. It wasn't a hit at all because I know it's not no check league. I just think it was, we're going to see the replay here, just kind of getting in the way. I don't know about that. But nonetheless,
head coach Jack Lenahan threw up his hands. I think he was on your side there, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, what's the defenseman supposed to do there?
Right.
Just let her around you for a breakaway? I mean, come on. Nonetheless, another power play for the Blackhawks and a chance to add to this 2-0 lead.
Winfield Birmingham unable to cash in on any of their man advantages here in the early parts of this hockey game. Gross kept it in at the blue line. Centering pass off the pads there, Hannah Weirn, and finally flutters all the way down the length of the ice.
Oh, now now it's going to be a face-off down there. I think Culbertson could have played that to the corner a little bit, but a good play, though, by MMA to get an offensive zone face-off, try to kill a little bit of this time on the PK.
Mid-Michigan has outscored their opponents 41-21 in the second period this season, so plus 20 in the second frame.
This will be a big time for them to try to outscore the Blackhawks here in this period, get themselves back in this game or maybe tied.
Trapped at the red line by Golubeski. Naomi Allen bodies up Emmon behind the net. Puck squirts out for Gross. Gross along the near side boards. And blocked down in front. Schneider's saucer pass, can't connect. She goes after it herself. Went wide. Pushed off the play there by Golubeski. Now jamming at it. And covered by Weirn. The faceoff will take place to her right.
Yeah, still 32 seconds left to go in the man advantage for the Blackhawks. Offensive zone faceoff. We'll see what they can muster up here, try to generate a little bit more offense. This has been one of their least productive power plays of the game thus far. So they'll try to set it up here with still 30 seconds to go on it.
Late skater onto the ice for MMA. It'll be Schlegel to take the face-off. It's won by her. Played there all the way to the blue line. Risser blocked.
That hurts.
Christensen making the block. One of the alternate captains for head coach Jack Lenahan.
And, you know, she's got experience blocking pucks. She had that shutout in between the pipes earlier this season. Second nature.
10:31 now left to go, second period of play.
A late switch here. Schlegel comes off.
Danielle LaBelle will take her place in the face-off circle.
And she wins that face-off as well. See, the late change. It's like when the Wings would bring Glendenning in just to take face-offs and get him off the ice late in games. Draper, same way towards the end of his career.
I think winning face-offs is more of an art or more of a science?
I think it's a science. I think there's a method to it. You know, obviously some guys are a little more fancy with it, but I think at the end of the day, I think it's a science. Team's at full strength now.
Wave off the facing. Bukalski able to slip it forward, but not out. Kept at the blue line there. Now angled back by Emmon. Reebok brings it in the offensive zone, delays, centers. We'll give and go back to Reebok. Cross ice pass. Rister through some heavy traffic.
Oh.
And a quick whistle. And Valkyrie avoiding one there.
Yeah, that could have been a little dangerous. We'll get another look.
Just really get the sense at how good of a player Reebok is with the puck.
Yeah.
She knows where to be on the ice as well. Right face-off circle over top the net. Bangs off the end boards. Comes to the near side and finally wedge forward. We'll have another icing call, this time against the Valkyrie. Well, face-off brought to 200 feet down the ice. 9:15 left to go in the second period. A little bit of a different feel to the second period, and a kind of a up and down the ice first. A lot of speed and finesse. This one kind of feels a little bit more of a bogged down period of play.
Yeah, it does. Really, again, similar to the beginning of that first period. Obviously, teams were able to get into a more of a rhythm as the period went on, but pretty choppy as far as face-offs go. A few penalties already in this period. Quite a few icings and stoppages. These teams will hope to get into the groove after this icing, of course, as the Blackhawks ice the puck. Faceoff will come down into their zone. So MMA with an offensive zone opportunity off this faceoff.
These two teams playing out of the same division, the West Conference. These are league games. Back-to-back, home and home. Face-off controlled by the Valkyries, swung along the near side. Kolombeski whacked that, but controlled by MMA. Look out.
2-on-1, 3-on-1. Oh, nice move.
Samaro skates in all alone on the breakaway, goes forehand and scores.
What a move. She cut to the center just inside the blue line. And at that point, best of luck.
Aaliyah Samaro.
That looks like her 48th goal of the season. To try to improve on being 4th in the state in goals. That's a pretty good move as we see it again. Just a little forehand, backhand, back to the forehand. Making it look easy out there.
Big insurance goal.
There's another shot by her and a big save by Wern. Reebok picking up an assist on the goal as well. So those two continue to just carry the Blackhawks to the promised land.
Emmon gets pinched in along the end boards. Sticks and skates coming together. Emmon takes a little bit of a dump. And it's Christensen that emerges from that fray with it, calling for it. And unable to connect there with LaBelle. And having difficulties, Bukalski will regroup. Looks up ice. Dangles the puck around the defender that time. Bloomfield brought out a fresh skater. Kind of were in the midst of that change. He had to be careful playing that puck.
Yeah, very close to too many men on the ice.
Bukalski changing directions, kind of takes a spin. Played forward and then sent back in. Bloomfield will have to tag up. They'll do that effectively. But it's MMA that comes away with the puck. Thrown in. Unable to catch that puck cleanly, Culbertson. Lots of traffic through the neutral zone. Only 11 on that right wing side.
Another icing is.
Another icing call.
They just blindly fired that one in. Just on the other side of center ice. 6:39 to go, second period, 3-0 our score. From inside the Detroit Skating Club, home of the Bloomfield Birmingham Blackhawks. They carry a 3-0 lead.
Well, I'd like to extend our congratulations to Angelica Singlin, head coach Mick Singlin's daughter. Was Miss Hockey last season. Unfortunately, we didn't get the opportunity to cover their game last year. And he kind of remarked to us, boy, oh boy, how good they would have been if Angelica would have played on this team.
Oh, yeah.
Samaro and Reebok.
Yeah, you think they're putting up big goals now. Imagine they add Miss Hockey to the lineup as well.
Coach Singlin threw out a number at us. And I don't know if it's a crazy number or not, but he mentioned the word 400, as in 400 goals. If the three of those would have been on a forward line.
All right, let's figure this out. So they've played 21 games. Let's say right now they're averaging about 6 goals a game. So, no. Yeah, let's just say 21 times 6.
Perhaps a little bit of an exaggeration.
That's
there,
that's
Coach
126. So Right? 126. 126. Yeah, see, look at my math. So, yeah, I mean, maybe if they played 82 games.
Angelica now playing at Michigan State University. Suffered a season-ending injury, so we wish the best to her in recovery this offseason. Now, Mid-Michigan looking for some sustained offensive pressure. They trail 3-0.
Yeah, they need to get that next goal right now. Don't want to go into the third down 3 or more, so kind of got to stop the bleeding here and get one.
5:10 left to go, second period of play. As we mentioned, Zamboni will hit the ice between these two periods, and finally sent out there by Bloomfield Birmingham. Icing call coming up. Well, we mentioned
icing.
Mid-Michigan, 14 different schools. You ready to hear all 14?
Buckle in.
Alma, Bad Axe, Bay City, Cass City, Powers Catholic, Freeland, Hazlitt, Heritage, Herbert Henry Dow, John Glenn, Midland, Swan Valley, Standish Sterling Central, and Valley Lutheran in Saginaw.
Wow.
Got him in.
Sterling Standish. Or Standish Sterling. That's
Standish Sterling Central in case.
That's up by where my cottage is. So that's about 2.5 hours north. Up on 75 to US 23. Get off near Omer and travel a few miles north, and, well, there you have it. You're in Standish. Go over to Wheeler's Restaurant. I loved Wheeler's, that place over there. They had the little baby ice cubes, the little balls. I used to love that as a kid, putting them in my Mountain Dew so before I bounce off the walls from all the sugar.
That's a free ad for Wheelers, everyone.
That might be the only ad for Wheeler's as well.
Skate to stick.
Oh, good play.
Samaro! Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
What a play by those two yet again. Samaro to Reebok. Tic-tac-toe. 4-0. What a play.
Those passes don't get much better than
No,
that.
they don't. That's her second of the game. 41st of the season for Reebok. Look at this pass. Incredible. Just she sees her over there last second. Just a little touch. Thank you very much. And, man, this song gives me bad flashbacks. The Chicago Blackhawks goal song. I'd like the song if it didn't have such a bad memory attached to it. Patrick Kane just scorching us in the playoffs several years ago.
Doesn't take much. Reebok hardly got anything really on that shot. But the pass was money.
Yeah, great pass.
Reebok from Samaro. That top line just continues to click, and there's the answer. MMA comes up with it, and it's Schlegel, their captain.
Yep, she was in the right spot at the right time. They needed that goal, preferably before the last Reebok goal, but they'll take it nonetheless, get on the board. That was just kind of a broken play down there. Puck bounced around. Schlegel able to tip it far side, and we got a 4-1 score.
That is a goal that the Valkyrie desperately needed.
Schlegel's 7th of the year.
As up to this point, it was all Blackhawks all the time.
It was, so yeah, they needed that just to kind of stop the bleeding. Schlegel, playmaker type, captain. She leads the team in assists with 26, and now adds her 7th goal of the year to go along with it.
Spiked forward by the Blackhawks, collected at the red line by Bukalski. Settled there at the blue line. Getting back. Thrown forward by Emmon. Battle again along these short boards, and then a player got absolutely upended from behind. And Valkyrie will go to the power play.
Yeah, looks like Al Gross again heading back to the box.
No complaints or disagreement out of Miss Gross.
She skated, yep.
Yeah, she realized immediately what she did.
Yep. See the numbers, you're not supposed to hit them, so. Nonetheless, a chance for the Valkyrie to get right back in this game.
Should make mention.
It's a shot, and they do.
Right off the face-off. Oh, boy.
What a shot by Naomi Allen. Found its way through right off the draw, and they didn't waste any time on that power play. We got a 4-2 game, 3:09 to go in the second. The Blackhawks wondering how that one snuck through. We'll take a gander right here off the draw. Oh, just squeaked through. So that's a power play goal for the Valkyrie, and they look like they got some momentum now. Skating with a little extra pep. But Reebok now taking it in, trying to get the hat trick. There it is, far side, she gets it, Reebok. There's the hat trick. That was another deflection, and oh, yikes, how that one squeaked in over there. Another touch. I think, again, that might have been Samaro that slid it out to her.
That is a back-breaking goal given up there by the Valkyrie. They worked themselves back into this hockey game, got within 2 goals, and then immediately it's the Blackhawks again right in the slot.
Yep, that's the same 2. You got to watch both of them when you're out there.
So give Catherine Reitmer the second helper there, the initial assist by Samaro. Reebok's 3rd goal of the game, 5-2, 2:20 left to go now in the second. Christensen waits, delays, threw it forward, but it's intercepted by Samaro. Look out, Reebok looking for number 4. Save made, oh boy. That would have been huge.
Yeah, that would have been a backbreaker for sure.
Molly Levin looks up ice, angles it off the sideboards. Over to Reebok, who throws it in a little bit deeper. Blackhawks looking to change. A little miscommunication there at the home bench. As the forwards going off the ice, we're yelling at the forwards to come onto the ice. And it's Weird now that will hold with the face-off taking place deep in the Valkyrie zone with a $1:38 now left to go in the middle frame.
Yeah, I think if you're MMA, you got to do all your best here to try to get one here before this period's over, and more importantly, not give up another one. 3 goals, still striking distance, but you know what they say, the 2-goal lead is the hardest lead to keep in hockey after 2 periods. So that would be big, and definitely this late in the period would steal a little bit of momentum back. They're able to do it.
And it starts with that face-off, won by the Valkyrie. Van Sumeren, a back check by the Blackhawks, and now they have numbers. And Schneider's unable to get it around a couple defenders. Now a takeaway right at the red line. Emmon unable to get much on it. Whacked that wedge forward now by MMA. Edmund kind of curls it in deep. Calling for the puck. Steer it. Just played in a little bit deeper there by the Blackhawks. Going to kill off some time here with 45 seconds left to go in the second. Blackhawks just continue to cycle the puck in deep. Kalski traps along the end boards. Sends it a little bit further, but not out. Finally, it does just that. Get another icing call. 23.3 left to go.
Yeah, it's a little. The period's opened up a little bit more. Hasn't been as choppy. Teams have been able to exchange goals, rushes each way, kind of getting into a rhythm. And we'll see an offensive zone face-off here with 23.3 for the Blackhawks.
Foot race won by Naomi Allen, and she scores her second goal of the period. Oh, boy. You asked for it.
Yeah.
You got it, Nick Buckler.
Yeah, they needed one here to steal that momentum, get back within 2. Goes a tight shot right over the glove on the short side. I was wondering, I thought she should have slid that puck over on a 2-on-1, but she knew exactly what she was doing. We'll see it again here, right up close and personal. Just a great shot. Top cheese. 5-3, 12 seconds to go.
Went short side as well. They were able to tuck it inside the post. Allen's second goal of the period, second goal of the game.
You can't give one up right now.
Reebok centering, Pessy score!
Oh, wow.
Aaliyah Samaro, the 1-2 punch continues as they beat the buzzer. 2.6 left to go in the second. Scoring all of a sudden fast and furious.
Wow. You could not give up another goal. You think you stole the momentum with 12 seconds to go. Not so fast. 2.5 seconds to go. 10 seconds, not even 10 seconds later, they answer. 6-3 game after 2.
What a one-timer by Samaro. What a period of play. Reebok and Samaro flexing their muscles throughout this hockey game as the Blackhawks of Bloomfield Birmingham lead it 6-3. Two teams will hit the respective locker rooms. We'll take a break here on BACB Sports. Coming up next, what should be an outstanding third period of play. Don't go anywhere.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Here's a look at your Bloomfield Birmingham Blackhawks enjoying a 6-3 advantage after 2 periods of play. I'm Brad Fetters alongside my main man, Nick Buckler. Nick, what a wild and wacky second period of play between our two teams.
I'm going to take that a step further and say a wild and wacky last 2 minutes of that second period, where just when you thought Valkyrie were going to kind of take over momentum, Bloomfield had an answer for him each and every time, putting the exclamation point on it with 2.6 seconds to go to make it 6-3. We'll see what this third period has in store.
Jesse Reebok with 3 goals. Aaliyah Samaro with 2. Catherine Reitmeyer opened up the scoring. And
I got a prediction for this third.
let's hear it.
It's going to start just like the first 2 periods with an icing. 28 seconds in. When in doubt, ice it out, apparently is the motto.
Had end-to-end action throughout this hockey game. It has been well played. Oh, look out. Oh, boy.
Big chance there for the Valkyrie.
Culbertson couldn't cover.
There's a retaliation, too. No call either way. Christensen trying to take her out her legs as well. Again.
Cross-ice pass. Christensen skates in
Nice
around
move.
the defender. Tried to slip it through 5-hole. And now Culbertson will cover, and now some chippy play around the net. Got to keep your goaltender safe, right?
That's right. Got to clear him out of there. Keep the crease area clean, but also be aware when one of those refs is out there. He's been calling the physical play penalties, really kind of a zero tolerance type with how he's been using the whistle today. So just got to be careful there that you don't get caught doing something that you might not think is too bad, but he thinks otherwise. Here goes Reebok.
Look out, Reebok skates in, goes backhand and missed it wide.
Good play by Wern, the goaltender, to stay with her the whole way.
Valkyrie dodged one there, trying to get the puck over to Samaro for the one-timer. That has been the bread and butter play between Reebok and Samaro here this afternoon.
Yeah, Reebok went forehand, backhand, and I don't know if she just missed it or if it was a slight poke check or if the right pad of Wern was able to get a piece of that puck.
Wern went post to post there.
Yeah, with ease.
Butterfly style of goaltending.
Other icing here coming up.
Stops play with 13:08 left to go now. Line changes coming up for both teams. A little bit of a change between the professional game and the high school game. You do get an opportunity to change lines after an icing. You like that rule in the NHL?
I do like that rule because it prevents teams from when they're tired just, you know what, we need a new group out there, let's ice the puck. It prevents them from doing that. But at this level, I see it, as it should be. You're tired, when in doubt, ice it out. And, not all the time are you able to get it out. So it's still, good chance there. Still makes you make it strategic, use high off the glass to get it out.
Just the top line on the ice here for MMA, Schlegel and Naomi Allen. That was
Trip
Schlegel
coming up.
that had the opportunity.
Yeah, MMA is going to get called for a tripping call. I think it's Schlegel appears to be skating right to the box. She knows she was the guilty party, so she's going to go sit for 2 minutes or less.
No, for MMA's sake, they hope it's for the full 2 minutes.
Right. Now, I've noticed something here. There's a curfew clock running that has 11 minutes and some change to go. If that runs out first, I believe the game is over. And not the 12 minutes 37 of stop time. So it's just an interesting aspect here. Some rinks run with that curfew clock to keep all of their appointments and games and everything on time. The curfew clock runs. So when whatever clock expires first, I believe.
Well, it would be the curfew clock, because the curfew clock is well under the game clock. I don't know.
We'll find out apparently in 10 minutes, 34 seconds.
We're not privy to that information. I would be shocked if that was the case, but we'll see. Birmingham Bloomfield, boy, oh boy, that reached its way through everyone on to Wern, the goaltender.
And then kind of popped up a little bit. Still a pretty laid-back feeling on the MMA bench. Some girls dancing to this Fergie song that's playing over the loudspeaker. So down by 3 in the third. They're still pretty laid back.
Cross-ice pass gathered up by Reebok. Sent forward. Looking for Catherine Reitmeyer. Poked at by Reebok. She comes up empty. MMA will just kill off some really valuable power play time. Block shot. That was Lily Emmon. Kind of actually stuck her leg out to block that shot.
Yeah, it was a nice play there. Now let that one get through.
Bakalski chopped at it. Sent along those far side boards. Reebok whiffs. Her first real mistake of this hockey game. MMA's got to tag up. Not much going here for Bloomfield on this man advantage. Sent to the near side. Lenahan Tiptoes around the defender. Couldn't keep the puck, however. There's 14 seconds remaining on the MMA penalty kill. Quick change by the Valkyrie. Coming in to add on into the fold. Backhand leaves it, locked down. Christensen again with the block shot. Reebok behind the net. Valkyrie player takes a spill. Reebok maintains possession. Tried to slide it between two MMA players. And a pad save by Weirn. All kinds of speed down the left wing side. Bukalski to the backhand. Now to the forehand. She scores!
Nice move there all the way coast to coast.
Even strength goal by Abby Bukalski, the captain.
Now this is where they'll get to see if they can hold this one or if they're going to let the Blackhawks steal the momentum back. See if they can build on this comeback. 6-4 is our score.
Bloomfield Birmingham has had an answer seemingly all afternoon long. A little bit of a dance there by Kylie Sterrett. Why not? Opening goal of this third period belonged to the Valkyrie. A little snapshot by El Gross. Picked up into the slot. Gross between the circles. Couldn't pull the trigger. Regroups along the right wing side. Out to the blue line where it's picked up by Molly Levin. One hand on the stick. Levin just kind of knocks it forward. Nudged off the stick. Golembeski. And once again, Bukalski. Same type of move that she scored on. This time it's into the midsection where it's trapped against the body by Elizabeth Culbertson.
Yeah, another coast-to-coast type play. That one, I think she was forced a little bit too far to the outside. She wasn't able to cut back with a good enough percentage area there. She did try to swoop back in, but her shot was still from a low percentage area and a good chest save by Culbertson.
Culbertson hasn't been tested a lot in this hockey game, but arguably her biggest save of the game came right there.
No doubt. We got a potential odd man rush here for the Blackhawks. Oh, players come together into the corner there. Took a spill.
Avery Lawton playing the body, so to speak. Reebok turns around, fires. Save made this time by Hannah Weirn.
Yeah, that was a big save there. Really got to stop this bleeding and clot it up as much as you can and create some of your own. 8:56, a lot of time still. Get a goal here fairly quickly.
Big offensive zone face-off won by the Blackhawks. Swinging around the end boards. And redirected the other way. Pitching in at the blue line. Play kept alive by Molly Levin at the blue line. Over skating the puck. Oh boy, that's dangerous on your own blue line. And then another steal by MMA. MMA has come out in this third period and really have kind of given it to the Blackhawks, so to speak. As they try to work themselves back from a 3-goal deficit. They have the lone goal of this third period. It was scored by Abby Bukalski. Reebok back out on the ice. Reebok digs it out, sends it to the blue line. Big slapper knocked down in front by an MMA defenseman. Sent in over the end line. Picked up and rung around the end boards there by Addison Russell. Finally out to the neutral zone. MMA, it's been a long shift for them. Blackhawks come in, skate in, redirected another block shot there for Mid-Michigan. Cycle it back over to Reebok on the left wing side. She winds up, snaps it, misses its mark, bangs off the kicker board. Back over to Reebok, another quick shot blocked. MMA really clogging up those passing and shooting lanes.
Really good pressure there from the Blackhawks. They just really controlled that shift, and now they're looking to get back in. Nope, it's going to be no icing, they say. Could have been played by a few different parties.
Well, MMA was in midst of another change, couldn't play it. Banked off the sideboards, but not out. Kept alive by Emmon of Birmingham Bloomfield. MMA struggling right now, but look out. Madison Kaiser goes down to the ice. Got enough on that shot. And Culbertson turns it aside once again. 6:47 left to go in regulation. Brad Fetters with Nick Buckler. BACB Sports continuing coverage of this girls varsity high school hockey game. Our Bloomfield Birmingham Blackhawks with the 6-4 advantage over the Mid-Michigan Alliance. Team Capper composed of a bunch of teams in and around the Bay City Midland area.
Standish.
As far north as Standish.
Yeah, my neck of the woods. Same play twice off that draw. Just win it forward towards the net. Let 2 seconds run off each time.
We've talked about it seemingly all game long, but that top line of Bloomfield Birmingham has been clicking on all cylinders here today. Reebok with 3 goals, Samaro with 2. Have really paced the offense thus far. Looking for another insurance goal. 2-goal lead right now for the Blackhawks. 6-4. Reebok just rifles one right around the center face-off circle.
I just want to point out, there was those 2 plays off the face-off. It took about 4 seconds total off the clock. That was the amount of time this top line sat for. They came off before that, and then for those 2 plays, we got a checking penalty coming up, I believe. We'll see.
I mean, 2 officials kind of looked at one another, and boy, oh boy, this is not the penalty the Valkyrie want to take. And
yeah, they call it. It looks like they're calling Schlegel for checking.
Look at the facial expression on head coach Jack Lenahan. His mouth was wide open. He couldn't believe it, and now he has some choice words for the 2 officials.
Oh, he says his visor's fogging up.
Well, that's.
I just thought that was a fun little thing to say there. Not that I'd ever say anything like that. I've always been one out there that's smiling back at the refs, telling them they're doing a heck of a job. You know me.
Hockey insults are usually pretty good. I'm actually impressed with the whole visor fogging up.
Yeah, some of the chirps, as they call them.
That was well timed.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I'll finish my thought though. 4 seconds was the amount of ice time that top line was off the ice for. Coach Singler trotted them right back out there. Mick Singlen knows that, he's gonna lean on these girls to try to finish this game out.
5:55 left to go in regulation. Backstopped by Emmon. Harassed just a bit there by Naomi Allen. Kind of forced the hand of Emmon. Who flings it in deep. Valkyrie will send it down the length of the ice. Puck on edge over the end line. Gathered up by Samaro. Looks up ice, finds Reebok. There's your curfew clock expiring, Mr. Buckler.
Yeah, it is. And they're playing on. So there we go.
All the way out to the blue line, sticking out the right pad, making the save, and the Valkyrie will cool, calmly send it down. Minute left to go on the man advantage for Bloomfield Birmingham. Not a lot of generated offense on this power play. And a glove save made by Weirin.
4:56 to go, 47 seconds left on the penalty to Schlegel.
So you're not really buying it then either.
No, I haven't bought a lot of these both ways. It was really touchy game, I guess we'll call it.
clean face-off win for either team, but it'll be Bloomfield Birmingham to control it.
Good penalty kill here. I mean, they kill penalties to the tune of 92%, so maybe they were just saying, let's get some work on the PK tonight in a crucial situation. Good move by Samaro. She takes a tumble. Oh, the ref put his arm halfway up.
Coach Lenahan asking, was a penalty called, and the official
What's
on
going
the
on
far
here?
side of the ice said, I called it.
The official right on the play put his arm halfway up and then put it down. But I don't know what's going on down there. Could they be saying the curfew clock ran out?
Well, from our vantage point here at center ice, it's kind of hard to see. Oh, okay, well, that is a...
That's the Zamboni driver. Oh, he's mad. So I gotta Van Zamboni this ice. Curfew clock expired. We got people coming out.
So you kind of think that's what this discussion's about, huh?
I mean, the Zamboni driver just beats to his own tune, you know? I mean, he's got a schedule to keep up, and when there's hockey still being played, he says, hello, I needed to be out here 2 minutes ago scraping this ice. Nonetheless, looks like the hockey team's won this argument. We're going to have a face-off in the MMA zone. No penalty call as well, so we'll note that. So still 15 seconds to go on the MMA penalty kill.
That should do it for the Blackhawk man advantage. Not a lot of special teams.
No, they've killed most penalties here in this game. Team's back at full strength.
I don't think we've had one power play goal, have we?
The one was right away. It was right off the face-off.
You're
Yep,
absolutely
I think
right.
that was the only one. It was a Valkyrie power play goal.
Reebok stood up. Second chance. Just kind of bounce one in. Valkyrie down those 2 goals. Crunch time now with 3:45 left in the third. Bakalski, she has been solid. 88 in green for the Valkyrie as the goal.
Oh, big hit from behind, no call.
Naomi Allen with a couple. Ooh, dangerous play, and Culbertson will wisely cover. Gets the face-off deep in her own zone.
Looks like Lily Emmon took a spill. Looked like she might have been hit from behind, undetected. Let's take a look. Yeah, right there, a little check from behind. That's not legal. Nonetheless, they say play on. Timeout coming up here for the Valkyrie. They're going to take one with 3:29 to go in the third.
One and done timeout. Can't take it with you. And what better time than the present? Face off in their offensive zone.
That's the real story. The Detroit Skating Club opened the door. Would they open the door on a boys' high school game? I don't think so.
Many candidates for player of this game, but one would think Jesse Reebok.
Yeah, no doubt. Number 8 for the Bloomfield Birmingham Blackhawks. What does she have? 3 goals and 2
couple
assists.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a pretty impressive stat line nonetheless. And look, she's on the ice right now.
Well, you call on your top guns in crucial moments, and Coach McSingland going to call upon that top line to win this faceoff here. An all-important defensive zone faceoff coming up for the Blackhawks as they cling to this 2-goal lead. The only goal of this period scored by Abby Bakalski of Mid-Michigan.
Pretty lengthy timeout here. They're giving them the full 60 and then some. We'll see how long.
Oh, boy. How about that? The Detroit Skating Club has turned off the lights here.
They really said, we're not, the curfew clock expired.
Oh, my. This is a first for me, Nick Buckler.
Yeah, I've never seen this. This is crazy. This guy is really saying, I need to Zamboni this ice. I've never seen anything like this.
No.
I want to point out the power is not out. This was them turning off the ice because the scoreboard is still on, the music is still playing, and more importantly, our broadcast equipment is still operating. Just look at the screen right now. It's black. Yeah, see there you can see just nothing but the scoreboard lighting up.
No. Former United States Representative Andy Levin is on the case. He's going to try to get the lights, I believe, turned back on. Coach Mick Singlin talking to the officials.
This is incredible. I've truly never seen anything
The
like
Mid-Michigan girls are kind of doing snow angels on the ice. The fans in attendance have resorted to turning on their flashlights.
At least they got some good music playing. You got it.
And they've kind of opened up the doors, I believe, as well.
Trying to get some light in here. I don't know if anyone's going to win this battle.
Well, while we try to sort things out here, we'll take a quick break on BACB Sports. We hope we come back to live action. We'll keep our fingers crossed, but in the meantime, we'll throw it to a quick timeout.
If you love them enough to do this, surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back inside Detroit Skating Club. As you can see, the lights are back on. Roughly about a 10-minute break. But we think the lights will stay on now. A little miscommunication, perhaps, between the officials, the teams, and the arena. 3.5 minutes left to go in regulation. I don't know what this discussion's about now. We got the lights on. Let's play on.
Right, but maybe the one official did walk past us after that's where the Zamboni driver had scoffed off to. So he probably is relaying the words to the teams, I could imagine, why it happened, how much longer they have, if they're playing on borrowed time and they weren't supposed to play past the curfew clock. I don't know, but the teams are basically lined up at the faceoff dot ready to go, but coaches are still on the ice. Officials are talking with them at center ice. So we still got some sorting out to do.
Jack Lenahan, he's back on his bench. Now it's Mick Singlin speaking to the two officials. Two teams, it was kind of funny to kind of just, funny, maybe it's not the right word, but both teams kind of kept it loose during that impromptu intermission. Some did snow angels, some did somersaults. The Mid-Michigan team kind of skated around.
Linehan back on the ice now off his bench, talking with Singlin and the refs. It seems to be getting a little bit more stern. A lot of hand motions. I don't know what's going on now.
Nice job by the PA announcer to play Mr. Brightside.
Yeah, right.
Back out of this break. And
the teams are now coming off the ice, it looks like. Game over.
oh, boy.
Wow.
That's it. What a shame. What a shame to end it that way. We wasted a lot of time with a bunch of nonsense. But that'll do it with 3:29 left to go in regulation. The Blackhawks at Bloomfield Birmingham, it looks like, will pick up the 6-4 win, as it appears we are going final here. What a weird and wacky, we talked about the weird and wacky second period. What a weird and wacky way to finish this hockey game. Curfew clock hits, the lights get turned off, and that does it.
Wow, this is something I've never seen.
Two teams come together, shake hands. And our player of the game this evening, will be Jesse Reebach of Bloomfield Birmingham. We'll take a quick break. Number 8, Jesse Reebach, our player of the game. We'll take a quick break here on BACB Sports. When we come back, our post-game coverage.
If you love them enough to do this, surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Welcome back one final time to the Detroit Skating Club. Brad Fetters with Nick Buckler. And Nick, 6-4 our final score. The Bloomfield Birmingham Blackhawks over the Mid-Michigan Alliance Valkyrie. Game ending with 3:29 left up on the scoreboard due to what we can only imagine was a curfew clock. Strange way to end it, but a nice win here tonight in the final game of the regular season for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, before the things that shook out at the end, it was a pretty good game, back and forth game that we saw the Blackhawks get to a 6-4 victory behind a strong performance from the two-headed monster, we'll call it, with Samaro and Reebach leading the charge. Multiple point night for each of them, and just a strong performance overall. When MMA would score, they'd have an answer each and every single time, and clinching the division title with this win as well.
Jesse Reebach with 3 goals. Aaliyah Samaro with 2. Catherine Reitmeyer adding in 1 goal for Bloomfield Birmingham. And now both teams can turn their attention to the postseason. Different brand of hockey. Every game counts. One and done. That sort of thing. We wish both teams good luck in the postseason. Nick, your final thoughts here tonight?
Yeah, just a really strong game. Obviously, it took some time for each team to kind of get into the rhythm, get going. But once each team started to operate in the offensive zone, good things happened. And like you mentioned, we will wish them both best of luck moving forward. Playoffs start on Saturday, so hope to see them both make decent runs to be playing hopefully into the spring.
Our director this afternoon was Steve Rhoda. For Nick Buckler and the rest of our hard-working BACB sports crew, I'm Brad Fetter saying so long. We'll see you next time right here on the Birmingham Area Cable Board Sports Channel.